Hello everyone. Welcome to day one of the 5-day client attraction sprint. I'm sharing this with my audience in my group, so bear with me for a second. And I'm so excited for this training. You guys is going to blow your mind. I literally can't tell you. I was so excited creating the exercise for today. Oh my God, I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, let me just share this in the group. And if you're tuning in live, say hi. Hi, Julia. I see you, my love. How are you? Oh my God, you are gonna love this, Julia. You're gonna love this exercise. Oh my God, I can't wait. I was actually thinking about you when I was designing this. I was thinking about so many of you when I was designing this exercise that I'm going to give you. Super potent, super powerful. So I'm excited to get started. But first, I know a lot of you are new here in the group. You're new to my world. Like, I think about 100 people signed up for this over the weekend, which is amazing. So I wanted to introduce myself in case you don't know me, so that you know, like, what's going on? Who is this girl who's talking about attracting clients? Like, why should I listen to her, right? So if you don't know me yet, my name is Juliana Garcia. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Yes, I'm very excited. Okay, so you guys can hear me. My name is Juliana Garcia, and I am a marketing strategist for entrepreneurs who want to clarify their message and attract clients with ease, high-end clients into their programs with ease. My specialty is marketing. I have been in marketing ever since I was 19 years old. I went to school for it. Marketing has been the thing that I live and breathe for the last 11 years. And I learned marketing when I first started my business in a really masculine way because that's all I knew. I started working at this startup and they were doing launches for big coaches in the personal development space. And the marketing was so forceful and manipulative, and it just felt completely disconnected, and I just kind of felt icky being part of these launches and doing it for those coaches. So I decided to chart a new way and start my business, but I decided to only do it with marketing that was soulful and that attracted people to me. And so that happened 4 years ago when I decided to shift into doing things differently, and ever since then I have built my business to multiple six figures, and I have helped my clients do the same. So one of my clients had a $100,000 quarter, $100,000 month in April, and $140,000 quarter. My clients go from selling like sessions, $120 sessions, to selling $6,000 packages. They clarify their message, and they just get in tune with what is it that I need to say to my clients in a really empathetic and heart-centered way in order for them to want to come to me, and then I show them how to, easily enroll them in their program. So that's what I'm about. I'm all about the soulful marketing approach. So I'm excited that you're here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of context in case you're new to my world. Okay, let's see who else is here. Hi, Nata, how are you? Okay, cool. So you guys, today we're going to be talking about how to get grounded in your values so that you feel in integrity with your high-end rates. And we're going to do this. The reason why we're doing this first is because so many of you feel like you don't know if you should be charging low or high, or when you try to raise your prices, you're like, I don't know, like, are people gonna buy from me? All of these things. You have so much mind drama, and I'm gonna put it all to rest today. I'm going to help you see the value of what you do for people in such a tangible way that is undeniable and not only for you, but also for your clients. And so when you raise your prices after we do what we're gonna do today, you're going to be you're going to be so behind it and so confident because you literally are going to quantify the value of what you are going to be, what your clients are missing out on by not working with you. So I'm super excited for this. And so where I want to start here is make sure that you put your questions below and give me all the comments. And by the way, if you participate in the group throughout the week, if you share your insights after, we do the thing live, after we do this training live, you actually are going to be, you could be selected to win $500 that you can use towards any packages with me if you show up for every single one of the days or participate if you can make it live. So definitely participate. Okay, cool. So there are two things that are going to help you get super grounded in your value. Number one, it all starts with your mindset, which we're going to address, but then I'm going to give you a strategy to actually quantify it, okay? So the first thing that we want to look at is understand that your value, like value is created in the mind, okay? So some coaches charge $10,000, some other charge $100. Why? Why is it the difference of price? It's all because it all comes down to the value that people perceive something to be, right? So if I perceive what you do as something that's extremely valuable, the more I'm gonna pay you. If I don't really understand what I should be paying you that much, or if I don't understand what the real benefit is, I'm probably not going to be motivated to pay you, right? So it's all about understanding that it all starts with creating value in the mind. It's just how you present the value of what you do to other people, right? A lot of people that I know are charging $75,000 for their coaching packages, and they don't actually offer something that's that different from other programs, but they're so good at explaining the transformation that they're able to give their clients. So it's all how we create the value in our minds, okay? That's it. You can have two things like, let's just say, for example, hi, Katie. Hi, Alex, how are you? So let's just say, for example, the value of an iPhone, okay? If I'm really confident that I love my iPhone, and if you're like, I'm using this flip phone and, I'm just kind of getting by with it, I'm going to be like, you don't have an iPhone? Oh my God, you're crazy. Look at all the amazing things that this iPhone can do for you. And I'm going to be so confident and so sold on this thing because I want you to use it. And I want you to know that you're going to get so much more out of this amazing thing than a flip phone, right? But it's because I am super sold on my experience and on the thing that I have in my hands that I'm like, you have to have this. So I want you to get to the same mental space with your packages. I want you to feel like people would be crazy not to work with me. People would be crazy to not say yes to this. Like people would be crazy to use a flip phone and not an iPhone. Right? Like who does that? I'm not even like an Apple employee, but I'm like, you have to have this. Oh my God, MacBook computer, you have to have it. I'm going to be doing all the selling. They don't even have to do the selling because I'm obsessed with it. But I want you to be as confident as you are in an iPhone, selling an iPhone to your friend, or a computer, saying like, my computer is amazing, with your packages, so that you're like, people feel that confidence from you. And when you're sold on your own stuff, it literally makes people want it so badly. So I want you to know that it's so much less about the tactics and it's more about how you feel connected to the thing that you offer and how you actually perceive the value of what you offer, okay? So let me know if this is resonating so far or if you have any questions. Because what we're going to do now is I'm going to start sharing my screen with you guys, because I'm going to share the example that is going to blow your mind. So once you get super sold on your packages, the way to do this, and I'm going to give you a couple of steps before we jump onto my screen. So many of you struggle with feeling confident in being able to deliver a result to people, okay? Or being able to be qualified enough. So I want to give you something to think about right now. It's not in the workbook, but I want you to think about this because it really helps me when sometimes I still feel like, oh my God, everybody sometimes feels like they lose touch with what they sell, right? So here's a way to get grounded. Write down, number one, all of the personal experiences that make you a qualified person to help someone with this. This is so important. You know why? Because by being the product of what you sell, by being the embodiment of what you sell, literally, it's like you are the example. Like people are going to come to you because you are the example of what you sell, right? And that is a lot of the times, if you don't have a certification, if you don't have whatever, all you do is look at your life, look at the results that you have created in your life and honor that. Honor the results that you have created in your life, and because you are the embodiment of it. And if you don't have those results in your life yet, then work on being the embodiment of your product, the embodiment of your service. Nothing is more powerful than that, because There are so many people who are, preaching either sales or marketing, for example, in my space. But then when you look at their profile, their marketing isn't even that good. So like, what? Automatically, I'm just like, you're preaching marketing, but your market is not that good. So whereas when people come to my world, they're like, damn, that marketing, I want a piece of that. So it's very easy for me to sell my services because I'm like, look, I'm like a product of my own services. Does that make sense? So what can you do in your life to become the embodiment of that? Or where in your life have you already been the embodiment of that? So like if you help people with relationships, like do you already have an amazing relationship that you can use as an example to really guide people? Do you have other testimonials or people that have already achieved the result that you can help them with, right? What is the evidence that you can really focus every single day in remembering your worth? Not your worth because your worth is at max, you're always worthy. But what are the things that you kind of forget on a daily basis that you're amazing at? So personal experiences, client experiences, and we're going to use this on day 5. So start thinking about what is one of the client experiences that makes you like the most confident or that makes you the most excited. And are you talking about that in your marketing? Because if you're not, don't worry, we're going to be doing it on day 5 and I'm going to show you how. But start collecting evidence that you are so valuable to people because that's going to help your confidence a lot, okay? What are all the certifications or programs that you have taken that give you, an invested, that make you a leader and that make you somebody who can actually help someone with this? A lot of times we downplay ourselves and we don't remember all of the value that we can bring to someone's lives. And so I really want you to remember this. And the way that you do remember it is by printing all of your testimonials, if you have them, on your fridge. How do you, go and print them out, put them in your fridge or in your office and read them every day. And just remember that there are thousands and thousands of people who are out there just like that one client that you helped and who are craving your help like crazy. So that's going to help you solidify your confidence and really work on remembering the value of what you do. Now, let me know if this is resonating with you. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to quickly check the comments and see if there's anything coming up here before we dive into the more strategic exercise. This was more of a mindset shift that I just gave you. So now we're going to move on to the more strategic side. Let me know if there are any questions that you have right now, any insecurities like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm good enough. All of those questions, let me drop them below because I can definitely help you with that. Kita says, collect evidence of my value. I have not been doing that. Oh, yes, I'm so glad that this is helpful. Because honestly, you guys, if you don't collect evidence, then who is? Then how are you going to remember that you are amazing at what you do? Okay, so my case is a little different, Natalia says, because I'm not a coach who sets her own prices. I market products created by another company and they set the prices. They are high ticket products and I'm always scared the high price will turn people off. Here's the thing. High prices, we're going to go over this in a second, okay? Like how to justify a high ticket price. We're going to get into that, don't worry. But it's all value perception because you are bringing your own perception of high to somebody else, okay? So if the transformation is big, you get to charge a high ticket price, right? And I know that I think the business that you're referring to is the one that you had last year, which was all about helping people get to $100,000 with that company that you're affiliated with. Then what is the price for them to get there, right? What is the entry level price? All of a sudden, $2,000 doesn't seem like that much when you're able to get them to that number, right? And of course, if you have all the elements in place in order for you to support them, for them to feel supported. So it's all about understanding what is the total value of what people are actually going to get access to, not just the price tag. And don't focus on the price, focus on the transformation. I'm going to be mentioning this a lot throughout the next 5 days. So make sure that you shift that from like, this is high, and it may be high for you, but it's not actually high to somebody who's ready to get to that level. Does that make sense? Okay, Cool. I see everybody. All right, cool. So let's dive into, and I'm going to start sharing my screen here. This next exercise that I'm so excited about is all about quantifying the value that you bring to someone's life. And the way that you quantify value is not just monetary value, okay, but we are going to do that, but also what is the time and the energy that they are spending doing things that are not getting them the results that they want. That is your task for today, to be able to quantify it and get present to the fact that if you continue playing small and not really showing up for people and being like so excited about your offers, then everybody loses, because you're going to lose, you're not going to attract clients, and you're not going to be able to support them in their transformation. But then also they're going to end up without the result that they want, right? So it's so important that we're able to quantify that we get present to like, oh my God, it's not about me, it's actually about my client. Like if I was a little bit scared to show up for you today and be like, oh, well, I just don't know if I have anything important to say, then you guys will be missing out, right? So like, even though any negative thoughts can come up for me or for you, for everyone, we all have those, it's so important that we stay committed to supporting our clients and get present to the fact that we are there to serve them, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. We're diving into the example now. The example that I'm going to use is with something intangible, which is like a coach that offers something that's not marketing or sales. Because a lot of times people are like, well, Juliana, it's easy for you because you sell business services. And so people make money and it's easy to quantify that. Well, I'm going to show you how that story, number one, is not serving you and how it's actually bullshit, because I'm going to use an example of a relationship coach, okay? That is an intangible service that a relationship coach offers, okay? So it's harder to quantify, because like, how do you quantify love? Or how do you quantify a life coaching service or a health coaching service, right? So that's why I decided to share with you this example. So first, imagine a love coach, and maybe you can start thinking about think about this for yourself. But for a relationship coach who helps maybe high-performing men find the woman of their dreams, I want you to think about the time, the money, and the energy that they are spending right now or missing out on by not having the guidance of a really skilled relationship coach or dating coach that can help them. So let's get started, because I want to share this with you. Okay, let's see what Katie's saying. I feel you, Alex. Alex says, I have tons of testimonials that won't great, but they're all about epiphanies, insights, clarity, no marketable results. Doing all the testimonial collection and gathering my creds in one place looks amazing, but always nothing specific about outer results. Very frustrating. Alex, I don't know what you do, but let me know in the comments. So it just depends what you do. Katie says, I feel you, Alex. Either my testimonials are super personal, or they're about how much I mean to them, or they're about readings or mentoring. Okay, so you guys need to get better at collecting testimonials, which I'm actually going to share with you the questions that I ask for, and this is not in the workbook, but I can send it over. I can probably add it in the workbook as a bonus question, so that you can connect, so that you can ask those specific questions and actually get the answers that you want, because you may just be not asking the right questions, okay? So I'm going to add that to the workbook. Yes, this gets me caught up. I'm a life coach. Okay, great. So this is going to help you guys. So let's move on to the exercise. All right. Okay, I'm going to try this something completely new, because I've never done this before. I'm going to share my screen in this new setup that I have, and you guys can tell me if you can see it. Can you see it? Yes, I think you can see it. Right? Let me see. Can you guys see it? Can you just let me know if you can see my screen? Okay, yeah, you can see it. Great. It's a little bit delayed, but you can see it. So as I said, as you can read down here, what is a quantifiable and unquantifiable price that your client is currently paying, time, money, and energy, by doing things that are not getting them the results that they want? Think about this for yourself, but I'm going to give you this example. So for a dating coach for high achieving men, think about this. Let's start with the time factor, okay? And you're going to get this in your workbook. We can always make more time or money. Sorry, we can always make more money, but we can make more time or get it back. People pay when you are able to help them shortcut the journey that they would have to go on if they were going to do it alone. So how much time is a high achieving man who's looking for their soulmate, how much time are they spending in doing things that are not actually paying off? So, for example, taking women on 4 dates per week, let's just say, on dates 4 times per week, that's an average of like maybe 3 hours per date. That's 624 hours, okay? Which is 26 days out of the year that they could be spending with their ideal partner. Or, listen, stop reading here. Or they could be spending it, investing it in their business. They could be spending it, investing in a new career, okay? So that's time that they are spending. Can you see that? Another way that they're wasting time, scrolling on dating platforms for at least 2 hours per day. Maybe on a conservative level, like 2 hours per day, you have to, scroll, go on like Cupid, whatever it's called. And then, taking people on dates that are, and talking to people who are not ideal in order to find dates. That's 728 hours per year, or 30 days that they could be saving if they had a coach to help them get results faster, right? So this could be spent in their business, making more money, or having, or changing their job, their career. Do you see the impact of not being able to find the right person? So that's another example here that you can read on your own time. But let's move on to, pause. What do you think your client is currently doing in terms of their time that is being wasteful? And if they had your help, how much time could they save? Okay? How much time could they save if they had your help? Okay. Money is my favorite because this one's going to be amazing, okay? So let's say that if every date is about $200 for this person, maybe for dinner and drinks, and they're going out on like maybe 3 dates per week, that's about $450 per week, which totals over $30,000 on dates that are not actually their match, right? Do you see how if this person had the right guidance to be able to approach women, to be able to keep the spark alive, to be able to not just date for the sake of dating, but actually find, like do it intentionally, how much time and money they would be saving? Because right now they're just spending a lot of money on those dates. Let's just say that they end up getting married. This one is like the most, like I was thinking about these yesterday, right? Let's just say that they end up with the wrong partner. They're dating, they're tired, and then they end up settling for the partner that is not actually meant for them. They get married, so that's $50,000 on their wedding. Then they get divorced, that's like over $100,000 on a divorce. And then they come back to the beginning. How much time, money is being spent on getting the result that is not desired? Do you see that? When you get present to what people are doing is crazy. Now, a relationship coach doesn't seem expensive if you're charging $5,000. Do you see that? So, and in terms of energy, because I'm not going to read everything, you guys were going to have this in your workbook, but in their energy, I want you to think about this for yourself. Like what other areas of their life are suffering because they're so consumed by this problem, and if they had your support, you could help them with, right? Let's see what I say here. If they continue to fail, what's going to be the impact on their internal state, and what false beliefs will they develop as a result? What's the impact of that? So if you're dating, in this case, if you're dating over and over and over again, and you can't find the right person, you're probably going to end up feeling not good enough. A man is going to feel like they're not good at dating. They're going to feel more insecure. They're going to create more stories that they're not worth it. They're going to settle for someone that's not their match. And they're probably going to feel, their relationships might end up hurting. There are so many consequences of not actually finding the right person, right? So if we were to tally this up just on the money, like after you do the math, because I just did it yesterday, the total cost of not working with you if you're a relationship coach is $412,000. So do you guys see that when we get present to the impact of what our clients are going through if we don't show up for them, like $412,000 on the low end? Because imagine all this, like a trip that you go on with this girl that you dated and it wasn't actually a match, but you took her to Paris because this literally happened to a friend of mine. He took this girl that he was dating to Paris. It all went to a shit show, and he like literally wasted like 10,000 euros on this trip because he just didn't know how to date, right? So this is the stuff that I want you guys to think about, because it's not just about I'm a relationship coach and I have a package, or I'm a sales coach and I have a package. Think about all the things that your client, if they don't find you right now, what are they spending money on that is completely bananas? If they had your support, then things will be completely different. Okay, I'm gonna finish here. And by the way, what I want you to do for today is to quantify the cost that your clients are paying by not working with you. So go through this exercise, delete this column, okay? Or copy paste it however you want it, and start reflecting on all the things. And maybe it's not all gonna come to you right away, but it might actually, it will come as you start thinking about it, because this is probably something you've never thought about before. So don't feel like I can't think of anything and that's it. Start getting curious and really thinking about what is your client dealing with, and then feel it out. And then I want you to journal on these prompts, okay? And this is something that you can do for the rest of your life as long as you have a business, because it really helps you, or as long as you, when you launch an offer or something new, it really helps you get grounded in your value. So I want you to list all the reasons why I am valuable. So all the experiences that we talked about in the beginning, all the ways that I know I'm qualified to help people, my personal experiences, my client testimonials, my certifications, all the reasons why I know I can bring value to people. All the reasons why my services are valuable, okay? All the reasons why I know that I'm going to devote myself to really help my clients. Like, that's why I'm so sold on my own stuff, because I'm like, I know I'm going to help my clients feel so supported and get the result they want. I just know, no matter what, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to really support them. Of course, they have to do the work. They have to implement. They have to do it, because it's not gonna get done just by me showing up, right? They have to show up. But I know from within that I get to, like, I feel really congruent and fully in integrity with my rates, because I know the value that I can bring to someone's business, right? And then the last thing is, why would your clients be so lucky to work with you, right? It can just be one of the things we just talked about. And journal on those things every single day if you feel like you're not really confident in your own value, okay? All right. So let's see. I'm going to stop sharing screen now and wait. I don't want to end broadcast. How do I do this? Okay, here we go. Can you guys see me now? Okay, perfect. Now I want you guys to tell me how you feel right now. And I want you to tell me have you ever thought about this before? Have you ever taken the time to quantify the impact of your clients not working with you? Please tell me. These videos are going to be less than 30 minutes long, so we have 2 minutes. I'm going to run out. It's actually going to be 20-minute videos, but I really wanted to go deep in today's topic because it's so important. Imagine if you got clear on this, wouldn't it be so much easier to be able to present the opportunity costs that your clients will be experiencing if they don't work with you? Like, hey, you be shaking them. You be like, look, you think I'm expensive? Have you thought about all of the times that you've spent $600 on a date and it hasn't paid off? How much money have you spent on dates for the past 4 years, right? Okay. Katie says, yes, ma'am. Diana says, I've never thought about quantifying before and I have some work to do. This is so good. Yes, this is so good. So good, you guys. When you start thinking about it, what are your clients doing every single day that is like not paying off? Are they investing in therapists? Are they investing in time and effort in courses that don't work? In diets that are never going to give them the results that they want? And what else? In programs that are not tailored for their specific needs? So many things. And how much money will it cost them to continue this way? I want you to get really clear on this, okay? All right. That's it for today. I will send you the workbook that I just showed you so that you can start thinking about this and start getting really present and talk about this in your content, okay? I'm going to show you how to implement this in a post later in the week on day 4. We're going to craft a post with everything that we're discovering on day 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So it's going to be so juicy. We're kind of building the blocks one after the other, okay? So stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow we talk about how to elevate the quality of clients that you attract so that you stop hearing, I can't afford it on your calls, okay? All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for showing live. I love you all so, so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.